And we are going to try our best to kill the bear. They're pretty tough. Ooh, got him. Alright, so now you get to see what you get from a bear. You see how tough they are. Good morning, evening, or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for episode 5 of How to Play 7 Days to Die, a Beginner's Guide. So last night, basically what we did was we just sat around in the house here and basically just tore a bunch of stuff apart. We had one zombie try to come through. I actually left that at the end of the video, so if you want to see it, make sure you watch the end of the video there. And we're waiting for daytime. We've got about 30 minutes left and I'm out of stone, so I figured I'd give it a good start here. Today I think we're gonna actually worry more about possibly starting to gather a little bit, doing other things other than questing. We're still gonna continue to quest, but we're not gonna primarily focus on that. We're probably gonna do a little bit of looting along with the questing. So that'll be an interesting little time, I think. Let me see here. I actually have some bullets now. I'm still going to pay attention here and not try to pull everything because it's going to get a little crazy, if you know what I mean. If we get too loud. I'm kind of sneaking over to my bag here just a little bit. We did have a roaming horde come through here, so I'm watching out for him. Trying not to die this morning, if at all possible. See, let me go on and grab my... Oh, and somebody brought something up to me. I actually have been hitting a stone or hitting grass with a stone axe recently. Not really a good idea for a beginner player because you're actually using your durability to do so. So I don't recommend doing it. I've always done it, but that's a good point. Honestly, if you're new and you're just trying to do the best you can when you're new, I definitely don't recommend hitting the grass with the stone axe because it does use your durability and you want that as much as possible in the early game. So I'm going to kill these zombies as I come through here for the experience now that it's daytime and they're not all going to come running at me, if you know what I mean. Alright, so those two are down and we're going to come over here and just loot our way back over to our chest. We're going to grab up what we want out of our chest and get rid of, and basically leave the rest of it here. As long as it's marked, we should be fine. So we're going to have to mark it as well. Boom. See, that's why I've been killing the zombies every chance I get, is that little level right there. That's very nice. Ooh. And boom. Nope. Apparently that's not how you shoot this girl. Yeah, I know I'm a terrible shot sometimes. Usually I'm a decent shot, but sometimes I just get pretty bad. Alright, so we're going to just hit the R button to drag everything in here. Then we're going to start scrapping some stuff to make room. So we can scrap the wooden chair. There's not really a need for that, or the barracks chairs, or the old chairs. I mean, you can hold on to those if you want to in order to decorate later, but I don't really see the point right now. I'm not too worried about the decorations. I can always go out and get stuff later if we decide to decorate the apartment. Let's see, I can do the skirt. I'm definitely gonna need these first aid bandages, so we need to open up a few spots here. Like I said, I try not to do the lead trophies and stuff like that if I don't have to. Don't really need the blueberries, so we can get rid of that. Blueberries are okay, but they just don't really give you any food back. And they are useful later for recipes and things. If I absolutely have to, I'll scrap these lead pieces and the brass pieces, but I'm trying not to. I don't really see anything. Well, we can get rid of the moldy bread. Don't need that. And I don't really see anything else besides maybe paper that we can get rid of. Some people, if you're a shotgun person, don't get rid of your paper because you're going to definitely be using that for your shotgun stuff. We're going to go ahead and scrap that one, and you can put those in the forge for more iron, but it's not necessary to do it. We won't be worried too much about iron, so we can scrap most of the iron stuff. This cooking grill here, never scrap your cooking grill. That is very useful early game, and you can't make it until you get a forge up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and mark this chest just because we know one's here for future reference. I always mark my chests with an X. This is what's known as using a drop chest. Not a lot of people like to use them because basically you have to keep running back and forth if you fill one up. It's basically for the purposes of, okay, well, I want to loot more than I've got room for. So I use drop chests to drop them outside, fill those up, then run back in. And you can constantly empty out your inventory and you can hold a lot more. As long as you know where your drop chest is, you can always come back and get what you need out of it. So we're going to scrap these things as we go and pick up some nice little bones and flesh here. So this is basically what I'm going to do on the way back to the base. I am probably going to go ahead and fast forward till I get to the base, and then we can get started on finishing up that trader quest and figuring out what we're going to do next. So I'll see you back at the base. Ooh, wait. Before we do that, there's something we definitely want to try and kill here. The chances of me killing this bear are somewhat slim, but we're gonna try it anyway. So I may end up dying. Let me go ahead and take him down first. And we are going to try our best to kill the bear. They're pretty tough. Ooh, got him. Alright, so now you get to see what you get from a bear. You see how tough they are. I exploded his head. I got lucky on that one. Alright, so you see all this meat and stuff we're getting from this guy. This is why you always want to kill a bear if you can. This is a living bear. There are zombie bears. The zombie bears will give you a lot of rotten flesh and stuff, so they're still worth killing. And let's go ahead and harvest this guy too. It is definitely close to time for me to start worrying about getting an actual knife up. This is a really good source of bones as well. So bones are something that you use for duct tape, which is useful for pretty much everything at endgame. So you're going to want as many bones as you possibly can get between now and then. I recommend never passing up bones. You need it for all of your vehicles. You need it for quite a lot of stuff. Most of your armor that you make, it requires bones. Alright, so we're going to actually try to kill these guys with just the spear coming up because I don't want to waste all my ammo here. It's a little hard to come by at the moment. But I will go ahead and kill my way up to base, and I will meet you there. Oh, another thing is these springs. We'll also need those for contact grenades later. And get rid of the glass there, and I'll meet you at the base. And we made it back to the base. Okay, so it's time to spend some points here. So I think what I'm going to do is, since we're going to go for maxing out our lucky looter as early as possible, I think I'm going to primarily spend all of my points in the perception tree. I'll explain that in a little bit. Usually it's more, I think it's more of a multiplayer thing, but a lot of people like to put their points directly down one of these specific trees. And since Lucky Looter is actually in Perception here, I think we're gonna, and we need to max that out as soon as possible, which means we're gonna be putting Perception up to 5. We might as well work with what we've got here. That way we don't have to put extra points in to build things up. So we could go with rifles, demolition, so explosives, and javelins. Actually, that's a really good idea. I think I'm gonna have to do that on the server. Lockpicking, infiltrator, animal tracker, which is really good because that's gonna get us food, and then the penetrator gives us gives us the ability to shoot through our targets and hit targets behind us. All right, so we're gonna go for Lucky Looter first. Obviously, we're gonna max out the Lucky Looter as soon as we can. But after that, I think I'm gonna start putting points in the Javelin Master because I use that a lot when I'm looting. And we're gonna move on from there. So let me go ahead and make another 2 storage chests. Now I don't recommend it is light as this base is. This used to be the best base you could build, was a platform base, but since they are still not the easiest thing to defend, we're gonna put our chests down on the bottom just in case the same thing happens today or happens again that happened the other day. Let's see, go on and toss all of this stuff in here. I'm not really gonna look through and see what we've got and all of that, not quite yet. We're getting close, but usually by around day 5 or so is when you want to start thinking about checking your loot, see what you have, and work on building up a little bit. So we're just gonna go dump off these supplies to the trader here and pick up his next quest. And while we're out, we're gonna continue to loot a little more.
Each day is a blessed. Thank you, survivor.
All right, so he keeps giving us the same thing. He wants us to use that sledgehammer, but I'm not gonna use it. All right, so we just finished up tier 1 of the quests, which is good. Basically, when you finish up tier 1, you get better quests. So, he also gives you, ooh, this is a nice recipe here. He gives you an extra reward as well. So we're gonna take that recipe, and then we're gonna take another job. We can continue the tier 1 quests here. Let's see, we've got buried supplies pretty close by. I think we're gonna, yeah, everything's about 2 kilometers away that's not buried supplies. So let's go on and clear out these buried supplies here.
I bet you wouldn't do this.
And loot everything we see along the way. Alright, so let me go on and use this. That way we can now make the antibiotic, which is amazing, by the way. It may be a little hard to make them. I haven't really looked into them yet, but we'll find that out later. And we're just going to go do this quest. I was planning on looting some today. If we can get into some closer zombie quests, then we will loot some today. If we can't, we'll just continue on like we're doing here. Basically, I'm only going to loot when I'm already out. There's no point in taking time off to go do looting when you can just do it as you quest, if that makes sense. Alright, so we're getting close here. And remember what I said about it being a pain if it's on a hill and easy if it's not? We're about to find out if this one's on the hill. This is some weird random world gen though. I've never seen little rockiness like this. Well, actually I think I have, but not that much. What is this? Okay. We are going to loot everything around where we're at though. If we see something, we're going to stop and loot it. But I'm pretty happy now that we can already kill bears if we need to. Okay, so sometimes this messes up and it won't blink on you, but you can watch to see where it spins around on you, and that's where you want to dig. As you saw, it was spinning around a little bit. That'll usually tell you exactly where it's at. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got lucky on that one. Chili dog recipe, nice. We'll take that and loot all this up. And pull out the javelin here. Okay, so she's here. Hey, he's there. Did it only spawn 2? Interesting. So yeah, okay, there's number 3. You actually get more zombies on the higher level trader quests as well. Like the higher level trader quests you get, the harder they become. That is something to think about. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use this just to show it off to you. So what happens is you have to charge this up, right? And then now we got this, we can shock them. That's the beautiful part about the shock baton. Alright, so that's all the zombies off of that one. We'll run on back to the trader and turn that one in. So I recommend doing as many of these as you can early until they start getting a little too tough for you, and then you move on. And because like I said, they get a little bit harder as you progress in levels. If you ever find that you haven't leveled quite enough for this for the round that you're on, then just stop running them for a little while and work on other things and then move forward on them. I've got water on me, so let me drink that up. Yeah, and I don't recommend letting your food and stuff go down anymore. I used to run my food down till I was starving to death and then eat, but with the way that things work now, you want to kind of stay on top of that, because if you get food poisoning, you end up losing all the food you have in your stomach and you're starving automatically and things like that. So probably better to just keep everything topped off as much as possible. Alright, so turn this one in. I'm not going to worry about closing the door behind me because we're not going to be here long, and I didn't see any zombies around.
Thank you, survivor. My family and I are in your debt.
Let's go on and pick up this iron helmet. And we've got buried supplies pretty close by, so we can finish that one up.
God bless you and good luck.
Oh yeah, mining. Oh wait. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can modify this, pull off the helmet light mod here, right? Complete. And then all we have to do is go to the one that we just equipped, take it, and modify it, and we can put that helmet light mod on it, and boom, we have a fortified mining helmet. There we go. The number one thing you care about getting the mining helmet for is the mod. If you can find the mod, use it. Don't even worry about getting the helmet then. See, how are we doing on gear? Not too terrible for this low of a level, but not the greatest either. So we'll move forward on that. We just hit another level too, so let's go ahead and see what we need to do. We need to put more into perception here. Okay, so that's going to be 2 points for the next one. We need another level before we can put anything into it. We're getting pretty close to maxing out on it, which is really good. That means we're going to start getting quality level 6 loot all the time, which is amazing. Because quality level 6 doesn't actually normally do too much, except for it allows you to put more mods on it, and it allows you to go longer without having to repair it, is basically what it is. You don't get any extra damage reduction from your gear or whatever with it. Okay, so we should be right here. Alright, run this on back to the base after we kill the zombies. Hey, lady. Oh, missed. Time to pull out the stun baton. Now, I've heard that this can actually spread from one zombie to another. I'm not really sure. I've never actually noticed it doing that. But that would be pretty awesome, actually. Alright, so let's go grab our spear here. Now notice these things change colors when you throw them, so that's a good thing. Just pay attention to where you land, or where that landed if you miss. Alright, so we've got a couple minutes left in the video here, so I'm just going to run all this back to the base and see what we can get from here. I'm going to record for a little extra time. I'm supposed to stop now, but I'm going to record a little extra time since we had so much runtime back to the base earlier from the trip yesterday. That way it won't be too short. I think we'll run the next quest and then call it. But so far, yeah, I'm really happy with what not really the rewards from the quest, but what we've been able to accomplish with the quest. We're getting good levels and things like that. So that's always good. Sometimes you get really lucky on your quest rewards. Sometimes you don't. Like I've seen level 2 auger by now. Sometimes.
You've made my day, and here is your payment.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take the chest armor. Now, this chest armor is gonna slow you down in the long run, so be careful with that. Some people like light armor, and actually, I'd say light armor is probably a good idea. But we are getting lots and lots of dukes, which is good. What does he have to sell? Maybe he's got something we want to buy off of him. Like I said, the earlier you get an auger, the better off you are. There's a cement mixer for 5,000. We could probably buy that. What else do we have? Cement mixer basically will allow us to level pretty quick, especially if we can get an auger with it. I want to hold off on the cement mixer for now, but we do need it. Actually, we need to buy one or find the pattern for it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just go buy the cement mixer. I don't have to place it yet, but we absolutely need it before he gets rid of it because I think he restocks day 4. Let's see. Do we have any more? No, we don't. So we need to finish up this quest, and hopefully we can buy the cement mixer. That's going to be the goal now, is just to make sure we buy that cement mixer as quickly as possible. The reason you want the cement mixer, and actually that'll make our base much, much stronger too if we can start using concrete for it, because you get 400 XP per upgrade when you upgrade to concrete, which is amazing. And you can make the direct to concrete blocks with just some iron. So, and cement only ever uses stone for everything, so that's a good thing. Okay, so we're out of stamina here. There we go. Knock him out and keep moving. Joel from the Fun Pimps, he's the owner, Mad Mole. He actually has been on streams of friends of mine, and he actually stated that loot is king. He is absolutely right. Right now, loot is definitely the thing that's going to make you or break you. There we go. They pretty much designed it to where you want to go looting all the time now, which before you kind of had a choice of whether or not you wanted to loot. But now, no, you basically don't have a choice. You'll definitely want to go loot. I wasn't much of a looter beforehand, but since Alpha 18 came out, I've definitely become way more of a looter. I find myself going out to loot almost on a daily basis now, which is amazing. There's definitely reason to go looting, especially early game. Alright, so let's see. I need to get to this supply here, which is going to be on top of this hill, I hope. I don't have any. Yeah, I got food on me. Yeah, as long as it's not on the side of the hill, we're fine. If it is on the side of the hill, I'll have to fast forward here. Alright, we're good, we're good. So, we should have our... right here. Seems like when they don't blink like that, that means they're right up top. So we already have the recipe for that. So we can sell this off. That's going to give us like 160 dukes, which is amazing. Let's go ahead and kill off these guys up here. Where are they? Get some stamina back and keep attacking. Oh, she got enraged. Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed, from time to time these zombies will sit here and charge at you. That's when they're enraged. They will charge at you for a few seconds every now and then when you hit them, because you make them angry, basically. Alright, so we're going to run on back to the base. I'm going to go on and fast forward back to the base, do the normal thing, and we'll call it from there. Hopefully we have enough dukes when we're done with this. We'll actually see if we can get that cement mixer. That'd be a nice way to end the video, wouldn't it? Alright, so I'm running back to base. I'll see you there. Okay, good deal. We're back at base now. So I'm going to go ahead and run in here and turn in the quest and see what he's got for us. Hopefully he's got something good for us. If he gave me an auger right now, I'd just freak out. Ooh, we got another beaker. Yeah, let's take the beaker over the mining helmet. We already have a mining helmet, so let's go ahead, grab another job here. These are going to run us out, so we'll finish these up tomorrow. But let's see, what do we have? Do we have enough dukes for the auger, or for the mixer? I don't think we do. Let's see what we can sell real fast. To get that, we do need to sell that pattern that we got, the smoothie pattern. We can technically sell this helmet since we don't need it anymore. We've got the mod off of it, so let's sell that. Let's see. He'll buy a lot of your stuff that you make as well. Like, he'll actually buy things that you mine more than anything. So if you have like lead or something like that, probably a good idea to sell that off if you've got excess of it, because it's not too hard to get a hold of. We'll sell this hunting rifle. We'll sell the flashlight because I don't need it now that we've got the mod. Let's see, what else can we sell off that would be decent for money? I'm not going to use these military, well actually yeah, we probably will later. I'll hold on to those. Figuring out what you can and can't sell off, that can be tricky sometimes. Shotgun shells, we're going to sell the shotgun shells for now because we don't need them right offhand. We're not running around with the shotgun at the moment. And we'll be able to make those pretty soon. Let's see. Since we can already make the workbench and the forge. In fact, that's what we need to worry about over the next couple days, is probably working on that kind of stuff. And I think that might be about all we can sell. Hopefully that's enough to pick up, what are we? We're only like 500 short, so hopefully we get lucky and we can pick up the cement mixer. We definitely want to pick it up before day 4 is started though, because that's when he's gonna restock here, day 4. And let's see, cement mixer's 5,000. Let's sell some of this stuff off until we get to 5,000. What else was I gonna sell? This one. I don't think we're gonna make it. So if I pushed super hard, I may be able to make it there. I'm just gonna sell all this little stuff off too. You never know. A couple here and there could help. And I'm gonna sell. Actually, I need to hold on to those. And how much do we have? 4707. We still need to make 300. I think what we're going to do is we're going to call this here, and I will make certain to try to remember to run that quest ASAP tomorrow so we can get up enough for the cement mixer. If we don't quite make it before he gets rid of it, hopefully he'll have another one. Can't guarantee that. But we're going to go ahead and call it here, so I'll see you tomorrow.